What's going on, everyone? Cubeologist here again. Today we've got a quick unbagging of the new Weilong GTS. I know I'm kind of late, but I've been out of town and I've actually already got a chance to play with one of these puzzles, but not this one specifically. So as always, this is from Cubes4Speed, and let's take a look at it. So the box is actually pretty large because there's some extra stuff in there, but I'll get into that in a second. I'm having some issues here, apparently. There we go. All right, and then a sticker. Love those. So let's take a look at the box. Looks like we can expect some different colors on it. Obviously, these things are in there. Those are kind of weird. I'll talk about that in a second. This is an exciting puzzle. So GTS is a tag that they put on puzzles that they think can not be beaten, apparently. I did some research on it. GT means high performance. GTS is unbeatable performance, so we will see. And now let's get into this. Okay, so here's how it comes packaged with these plastic things on the ends, and I don't know if that's cool or tacky. It's one or the other, at least. Definitely. So let's take a look here. We've got the puzzle. Let's see, it looks like the orange and the red kind of confuse me. The orange is definitely new. You can see that it's got, I don't know if you can tell or not, but it's got a little bit of like white residue around it, like ocean blue used to have. So that kind of sucks. And I think I might get that confused. Even though it doesn't look the same on camera, it kind of looks the same to me not on camera, especially in low light. So I'm definitely going to have to change the orange. That's not a big deal. I guess that's first turns. It's actually pretty quick out of the box. It's pretty smooth too. Now I've already set one of them up, so I knew a little bit what to expect. Something on the puzzle there. But it's still, this one feels good out of the box. As you can see, tensions aren't exactly even. Let's take a look at some of the internals. That's a good sign. It's hard to get apart. 1 second. Looks like you're going to need a small Phillips head screwdriver. My large screwdriver would not work on this. But here we go. It looks like pretty typical edge design. Nothing's too crazy. Took a little bit from the YJ design with the wide torpedo there. And here we've got some Gans style ridges. That's pretty cool, but nothing really revolutionary here. You've got the kind of squared off corners to try to stop corner twisting, and the rounded off edge pieces to help with reverse corner cutting. But like I said, that's all pretty standard nowadays. And take a look at this. You can see that it's got this ridge on it. I don't know if you can tell. I know that it's kind of difficult with black puzzles, but hey, there is some lube on the puzzle. But anyway, you can see on the centerpiece, it's got this ledge on it right here that kind of reminds me of like an Weilong version 1. I know that had that. And I don't really know if that's going to help or hurt. But yeah, with first turns, I like the feeling. So that's pretty cool. That's what it looks like on the inside. And we've got the same core as on the U-Shao, the small core and the small hardware with the same washer setup if you're familiar with the U-Shao. So now let's decide what this is. Looks like you can take them apart, and this is the booklet. I don't really know what else you could keep in there, maybe like some hardware. Not sure why that you can disassemble that. Booklets aren't that important anyway. But now it looks like, so this is not flat, right? This is actually raised here, 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 and here. It's like a ramp on each side. Now what I've read is this is the break-in tool. So from having to do this horrible struggle, hold the puzzle like this, or maybe hold it out of line and break it in. And I say hold it out of line so there's a little more friction. You know, that helps the puzzle break in a little more. Now we've got a tool. So I don't know if you can see this or not, but I'm going to try to show you. Whenever you push the puzzle down, apparently it's supposed to misalign it. So yeah, when you put force on it, you can see that this piece is raised more than this piece. So you've got your corners are actually misaligned whenever you push down, and the centers actually go down a little further. So the reason that's supposed to help is when you put this one on and hold that and then do M slices, it's actually a lot more resistive to the motion, and it makes the pieces grind together a lot harder. So this is a pretty cool idea. but overall, I have to say, I'll never use it, and I think it's pretty pointless. Just do some solves, like usual, and throw this away. But beside all that negativity, I really like this puzzle. It's too fast out of the box for me. Maybe if you're super fast or really good, it won't be too fast for you, but for me, it's too fast. I have to slow it down with some 50K, which isn't a problem. It's just a little sluggish when I first start solving. Then once it breaks in, it's fantastic. This is the puzzle that I'm talking about. You can hear that there's definitely heavy lube in there as compared to this dry one. Or maybe you can hear it, but just take my word on it. But anyway, I really like this puzzle. I know I'm a little late on it, but like I said, I've been out of town. The review will be actually pretty quick though, because I've been messing with my GTS, this guy, for a little over 4 or 5 days. So I'm super happy to finally get this from C4S. And like I said, full review will be out soon. I hope you guys enjoyed this unbagging thanks to Cubes4Speed, and you'll hear from me really soon. Later.